Welcome back to the channel that always brings you the juiciest stories from the world of Asian entertainment, the kind of stories that make you scream "no way" while clutching your phone in disbelief. Today, buckle up, because this one is a wild ride. We're about to dive deep into something that fans have been whispering about, theorizing about, and honestly low-key obsessing over. Yes, we're talking about the unstoppable duo that has completely taken over everyone's hearts, Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan. They're not just co-stars, they're not just colleagues, they're something more, something that makes people say, wait, why do they seem like they have to be together? And today, we're finally breaking down all the surprising, emotional, and heart-melting reasons why these two always need to stay side by side. So, grab your favorite snack, snuggle into your comfiest chair, and let's get ready to uncover the beautiful bond between these two stars that fans just can't stop talking about. The beginning that sparked it all. Before we even talk about why they need to be together, let's rewind the tape and go back to where it all began. Back in 2019, Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan worked together on the iconic drama. It was a cultural phenomenon. It didn't just make them household names, it turned them into legends. The chemistry between them was undeniable. The way they looked at each other, the way they moved in perfect sync during their scenes, even the way they laughed during behind-the-scenes clips, it was all so natural. And for many fans, it felt like watching two puzzle pieces click into place. From that moment on, it was like their destinies became intertwined. Whenever you saw one, you almost expected to see the other. They became this perfect duo, Yibo's calm, quiet energy balancing out Xiao Zhan's warm, gentle charm. It was yin and yang, sun and moon, fire and water, and it just worked. And honestly, that first spark is what started everything. The bond that grew beyond the screen. Here's the thing, acting chemistry can be faked. But what they have, that can't be scripted. After the Untamed, people expected them to go their separate ways because that's what usually happens, right? Co-stars move on to other projects, and the hype fades. But not with these two. Even after the drama ended, they stayed in touch. There were sightings of them at events, subtle interactions on social media, and even little gestures that made fans go, wait, are they still this close? They cheered for each other quietly but fiercely. When one of them released a new project, the other would somehow slip in a show of support, and whether it was a like, a repost, or just a smile when their name was mentioned in interviews. And that's what started convincing fans that their bond was no longer just about work. It had turned into something deeper, something real. Because here's the truth, in an industry where schedules are insane, competition is fierce, and friendships often fade fast, having someone who genuinely gets you, who stands by you, is rare. And they found that in each other. Being each other's safe space. Let's be real, being a celebrity isn't all glitz and glam. It's exhausting. The pressure, the criticism, the constant spotlight, it can get lonely at the top. And this is where things get truly heartwarming. Fans have noticed that whenever either Wang Yibo or Xiao Zhan faces tough times, the other seems to quietly be there. They don't always do it in big public gestures, but you can feel it. Like when Xiao Zhan went through a rough period of public scrutiny, fans could see how much quieter Yibo became during that time. He wasn't loud about it, but he was supportive in his own quiet way. He never distanced himself, even when others did. And when Yibo was under intense pressure from his racing and acting commitments, Xiao Zhan was the calm anchor in the background, sending little signals of encouragement. They've become each other's emotional shield. When the world gets too loud, they give each other silence, comfort, and understanding. And that's something incredibly rare and incredibly beautiful. It's like they've created a little bubble of safety just for the two of them. The way they understand each other. Another reason they seem like they have to be together is the way they understand each other on this almost psychic level. Watch any interview with them together, and you'll notice something magical. They don't even need to finish their sentences because the other already knows what they're going to say. They pick up on each other's moods instantly. If Xiao Zhan is nervous, you can see Yibo quietly offering reassurance with a glance or a touch. If Yibo is being extra shy, Xiao Zhan steps in with a smile or a playful joke to make him comfortable. They speak two different love languages, but somehow, they've learned to fluently understand each other's. And that's not just cute. That's deep, because being understood truly, deeply understood, is one of the rarest and most precious feelings in the world. And they give that to each other every single time, creating a world where they can be themselves. One of the things fans love most is how different they are together. Wang Yibo is known for his cool, reserved, slightly mysterious vibe. He's quiet, he's focused, he keeps things close to his chest. Xiao Zhan, on the other hand, is open, warm, expressive, and charming. He lights up rooms just by walking into them. But when they're together, it's like both of them transform. Yibo loosens up, he laughs more, he lets his guard down. And Xiao Zhan becomes softer, calmer, more grounded. It's like they bring out the best parts of each other, the sides that the world doesn't always get to see. They've created this little world where they can drop the masks and just be. No expectations, no pressure, just two people being real. And honestly, isn't that what we all crave? Someone who makes us feel like we can finally breathe? That's what they give each other. The way they inspire each other. Another thing that makes it so clear why they have to stay together is how much they push each other to be better. Yibo is famously hardworking. He's determined, ambitious, and endlessly disciplined. And Xiao Zhan? He's passionate, creative, and emotionally fearless. Put them together, and you get this unstoppable energy. They challenge each other without even realizing it. Yibo motivates Xiao Zhan to be bolder, to chase his dreams with more fire. And Xiao Zhan inspires Yibo to open up, to embrace the beauty of connection and expression. You can literally see how they've both grown as artists and as people since they met. It's like they're each other's lucky charm. And when someone brings out the best in you like that, why would you ever want to let them go? The unspoken comfort of knowing someone's always there. Sometimes the strongest relationships aren't about grand gestures. They're about quiet constancy. That's exactly what they have. Even when they're apart for months working on different projects, fans always sense that invisible thread between them. A mention here, a smile there, it's like they're always quietly keeping each other close. They don't need to prove it to the world. They just know. And that kind of silent loyalty? It's rare, it's precious, and it's exactly why they always need to be together. Because it's not about clinging or dependency. It's about knowing you have someone who will catch you if you fall. And they both know that about each other. Why fans are shocked and deeply moved. Every time they're spotted together, even if it's just a glimpse, the internet explodes. Fans go wild, theories start flying, hearts start melting. Why? Because in a world that can be so cold and fast-paced, seeing a connection like theirs feels almost unreal. It reminds people that deep bonds do exist. That real loyalty, real understanding, and real emotional connection are still possible even in an industry as cutthroat as entertainment. And honestly, it gives people hope. They've become more than just two celebrities. They've become symbols of what it means to truly have someone by your side. That's why it shocks fans, because it's rare. And because it's beautiful. The thought of them apart feels unthinkable. Here's the thing, once you've seen them together, it's almost impossible to imagine them apart. It would be like tearing apart two halves of a whole. They've built something so unique, so precious, and so deeply rooted in mutual care that the idea of them not being there for each other just doesn't make sense. And maybe that's why people say they have to stay together. Because when something is that rare, you protect it, you hold on to it. Their future, whatever it may be, feels brighter together. No one knows what the future holds. Maybe they'll keep working together, maybe they'll go on separate paths. But one thing's for sure, wherever they go, their bond is going with them. They've become each other's anchor, their safe space, their spark. And no matter how much the world changes, that kind of connection doesn't just disappear. It lasts. A love that's bigger than labels. And maybe that's the real magic. People are always trying to label what they are: friends, brothers, soulmates, something more. But maybe it doesn't need a label. Maybe it's enough to know that they've found something rare, something beautiful, something that makes them stronger, softer, and happier. And maybe that's why they always need to be together. Because when you find someone who makes the world feel a little less heavy, a little less lonely, and a lot more magical, you don't let them go. So there you have it, the many heartwarming, surprising, and beautiful reasons why Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan always seem like they have to be together. It's not about publicity. It's not about fan service. It's about two people who found something rare in each other and decided to hold on to it. And honestly, that's the kind of story we all need more of in this world. If this story made your heart feel just a little warmer today, don't forget to hit that like button. subscribe for more heart-fluttering updates. And drop a comment below telling us your favorite Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan moment. We love reading them. Until next time, keep believing in the magic of real connections, and keep rooting for this unforgettable duo.